Hey there everybody, this is Neggy Horror Heart Party here, and you see this game right here? This really good game, this game is called Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, and if you haven't played it, or if you haven't watched it, wink wink, YouTube links on my channel, you need to. But that being said, it is a really good game, but there are some gripes that I have with this game, especially with some major things that occur in it that really ticked me off multiple times when I came across things in this game. The first of which, I can't stress this enough, lack of direction. It's the first Five Nights at Freddy's game that went with this open world kind of hub style where you kind of went everywhere. I think the only other game like that is probably FNAF World, which was kind of like an Five Nights at Freddy's RPG. But again, there's not a lot of direction in this game. It would call stuff out and I would have no idea what it's talking about because it's not labeled and they don't give you any objective points on the map. It is a free-roaming, open hub world kind of thing, though, so that's not really something I can completely hit it for, but there are too many times where I just got lost forever because it wasn't very specific about where I needed to go or why. For example, I think like a video or two ago, I was trying to figure out what I was supposed to do next, and I kept trying to go to Monte Golf, but I needed a party pass. But the problem is I was actually supposed to go over to Roxys Wasteway because little did I know there was a little yellow voice box on the thing because I kept thinking I needed Monty's gator claws to get in there. Nope. Chica's upgrade was the thing to open it. But the problem is that the box is on the back of the gate, so I couldn't even see or notice that it was there. And Freddy tells you that you need to go to Roxys Wasteway, but I had already explored that area and there was no idea in my mind that was a thing. It wasn't specific to tell me that kind of information, and I can't stress this enough. It does this multiple times throughout. You can really get lost in this game for hours if you are not paying really close attention to certain little things, and it can really ruin your experience. That being said, like I said, this is the first open world Five Nights at Freddy's game, so I can't really bang on it that much for that. It's still a good concept. I really like what they did with it. That being said, I think some of the bigger issues are the bugs and glitches that are in this game, like graphical lagging crap that happens sometimes. Stuff like teleporting animatronics. I know sometimes animatronics will go through walls and doors. If I'm correct, Markiplier actually got killed by Monty Gator when he was trying to do the 6 a.m. section or something like that, and he just teleported through a wall and murdered him. Keep this in mind that after 6 a.m., if you don't do a very particular glitch, you can't save the game anymore. So if you somehow decide to do all of the secret hidden stuff after 6 a.m., you die one time and you go back to the beginning. No. That's dumb. That's really stupid. The biggest problems that I hate about it are the soft locks. I can't stress this enough. There are so many times where there's a few times in this game where you can actually get soft locked, and I can't stress this enough. It's not a thing that you have to intentionally do. It's like something that could happen very casually to someone just roaming through the game who's new. I know one of the soft locks is the price counter thing. There's been lots of Reddit posts about this, but for example, if you do the loading dot before the price counter and then do the price counter later, what can happen is after you get the security pass and go into the price counter room, I do have the recordings playing right now, you won't be able to get into Freddy anymore, and if you go into a charge station, you won't be able to get out of Freddy, and because of that, you can't do anything anymore. I can't get out of Freddy. Freddy, keep this in mind that save stations still work after this glitch happens. So you might not know what's going on, but you'll walk out of the prize counter, go save and do something. And if you had only one save up until that point, and your autosave just so happened to save slightly before that point, you're fucked. Like, you're just straight up boned. That can end your game for the entire run. It's ridiculous that something like that exists there. Apparently it happens because you're supposed to get caught by Vanessa there, but because if you already did another one, it doesn't play that, so the stuff glitches, and it's like... Another soft lock that I ran into was the Roxys Wasteway, where I was literally walking around in Freddy after I got the head fixed, and I went back to Roxys Wasteway, and I put the head on the bot while I was in Freddy, because it lets you do that. It doesn't tell you, it doesn't stop you from doing that. What's supposed to happen is after Roxy gets hit with the freaking cart, you're supposed to teleport down there. But because I was in Freddy, it didn't teleport me down there. Guess what? Soft lock now. I gotta do it all over again. Oh my god, why? Because the game can't continue. I can't get down there. I can't go through that alternate route because the doors aren't broken yet. It's just like, dude, come on. And it's not like you can get Freddy in there because there's vents down there that you have to traverse across, so you can't do that either. It's just like, dude, what the frick is going on here? So, if you had saved at that point, you're now boned and you have to redo the entire game again, especially if you don't have multiple saves. So if you haven't played yet, multiple saves, do it, because you could, at any time, you could get bugged by the computer or something like that, and it will end your run, just straight up. Those are things I cannot stress enough. Could use a little bit of just tweaking. Things like just making sure people are playtesting this before you release it. I don't know if they had a time limit or something like that, but definitely that should have never been in the game. Those are things anybody can run into. That's not someone trying to hard glitch the game. I just casually was playing it and I ran into those glitches, and they wasted so much of my time because of that. And for example, I accidentally didn't have another save before I put the head on, so I had to redo the stupid DJ area and then get the head back on the bot. That was such a huge time waste. I cannot stress enough how angry I was about that. That being said, that doesn't mean the game is bad. I said this before in the beginning, the game is still good. It's got a great atmosphere. They went with a nice concept, an open world, hub world concept. It's scary still. The bots have a lot of personality despite being animatronics. They're kind of recognizable. They're interesting. Roxy is best wolf. Can't fight me on it. And overall good continuation to the Five Nights at Freddy's storyline, especially if you decide to go to get the actual true ending of the game. I don't know if I'm gonna do that, because if you didn't get all the stuff going up to 6 a.m., you'll have to do it after, and if you don't glitch the game, you die once and you go back to the beginning, which is I don't know why they did that. That was such a horrible idea. The game is already hard enough as it is. At certain points, I don't need to not be able to save, die once, and go all the way back to the beginning. That's just dumb. So, other than that, the game is good. It's a great, wonderful game. It's the first Five Nights at Freddy's game that I've ever played, and I've watched Five Nights at Freddy's for years. Steelwood did an excellent job with the game. I just wish they could have done a little bit more testing before they released the product. Their soft lock shouldn't be in a game like that, especially a mainline high-profile game like this. That just shouldn't have been there. But little bugs and stuff are expected. I took a game development course. There's a lot that goes into making a game. It's hard. You can't catch everything, but there are definitely some things you should make sure are not in the game. And soft locks like that anybody could run into just casually are one of them. So make sure you play the game for yourself and watch some of the videos that I have of it. It's a really good game. I suggest that you give it a go, but my god, man, please don't soft lock my game, dude. I don't want to do it again.